Hey, there you are. Don't just stand there all awkward. Come join me. Let's see. I guess you kids can't drink yet, huh?
We came here because you said you'd tell us about Grandpa Genkaku.
Hey, slow down. What's the rush? Anyway, this is a bit of a long story, and not a very happy one either, just so we're clear. So what do you think, Ryu? Still want to hear it? Okay, but get ready. It's a long story. Before this latest conflict started, fighting between Highland and the city-states was mostly limited to minor border skirmishes. But maybe 30 years or so ago, Highland and Joustin fought a great war with both of their fates on the line. There's all kind of theories about how it all sparked off, but the smart money's on it being the city-states' fault. Annabelle's old man, Mayor Daryl Amuse, led the Joustin forces, and the Highland army was headed up by the famous general Han Cunningham. Now, Daryl apparently didn't know left from right when it came to war, so pretty much everyone assumed it'd be an easy win for Highland. But then a hero appeared. I'm talking about your adopted father, Genkaku. Genkaku led a unit on a raid that hit the royal army right in the provisions and bought enough time for Joustin to bounce back on the offensive. Suddenly, it was anyone's fight. Turns out Genkaku and Han were also from the same village in the borderlands, and pretty much best friends to boot. Yes, they had a simpler way of doing things back then, because word has it those two would even have drinks together in between battles. They were also both well aware of how stupid and pointless the Who War was. And so Genkaku and Han worked together to draw up a peace treaty. The citizens of both lands were sick of war and backed the accord wholeheartedly. All except one man, that is, the mayor of Muse City. There was one city by the border, your hometown of Kiaro, that Daryl refused to give over to Highland. And so negotiations broke down and the conflict began anew. That's when the king of Highland, Agar's Blight, made a suggestion. It's a pretty hardcore way of doing things if you ask me, but his idea was to stake everything on a duel between two champions. Daryl agreed to the idea, as did Han and Genkaku, who wished only that war would finally come to an end. And so the stage was set for the two heroes to face each other. The time came for the duel to begin. King Agar's gave his sword to Han, and Mayor Daryl gave his sword to Genkaku. This was meant to show that each champion was fighting as a representative of their respective nation. But then something happened. Genkaku wouldn't raise his sword. Daryl yelled at him to fight over and over, but Genkaku wouldn't budge. Time passed, and soon the spectators became furious at Genkaku for spoiling the honorable duel. With no other choice, Han knocked away Genkaku's blade, put his own sword to Genkaku's neck, and declared victory. That's how your town of Kiaro came to be Highland territory. Genkaku was labeled a traitor and ordered into exile by Mayor Daryl. He left the city-states without ever revealing his true reason for not fighting. Many years passed, and once Daryl stepped down as mayor, the truth of why Genkaku refused to lift his blade finally came to light. Daryl had secretly coated the sword he gave to Genkaku for the duel with poison. Genkaku was damned whether he won or lost. If he did lose, fine. And if he won, Daryl was planning to exile him for his underhanded treachery. Once Genkaku realized all this, he couldn't bring himself to swing his sword. Though his name was cleared at long last, Genkaku never once set foot in the city-states of Joustin again. As for what happened after, well, you kids know about all that better than I do. Anyways, I guess in the end, living a quiet life with you two meant more to Genkaku than going back to the city-states to clear his name. Hey, waiter. Ah, well, she must have been tired. Anyhow, that was the type of life your grandpa led. But you aren't Genkaku's boy. You're your own individual person named Ryu. Don't ever forget that. All right, it's pretty late. You should carry Nanami off to bed. You two are good kids. I think I sort of understand how Genkaku must have felt about you.